Making land contract offers can be a complete nightmare if you're not familiar with the process. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to make land contract offers. Hey, welcome back. First, I'm going to talk about what is a land contract. Then I'm going to talk about how to make land contract offers. If you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to give you a copy of the land contract that I use every single day. So when I'm out making offers, land contracts are not really my first go-to, but they're very easy to make offers using these. So what is a land contract? Let's first talk about what a land contract is. A land contract is something that basically, it says, I'm gonna pay this many payments of this much a month, this is my interest rate, and this is how long I'm gonna pay it. So for example, let me just break that down. So I'm buying the land located at 123 Main Street. Some states call it a land contract, some call it a contract for deed, but it's basically the same exact thing. It's saying I'm gonna buy the land at 123 Main Street, this is the address, this is the legal description, this is how many acres it is, I'm gonna pay a total price of, let's just say, $20,000 for this land. I'm gonna give a $1,000 down payment, and I'm gonna pay $199 a month for the next 240 months at 9% interest. That's the example. And once I pay all those payments, the contract is complete. I've fulfilled my contract. Now the deed for the property transfers over to my name, and you have whatever 30 or 60 days to do it. Now some states require you to record these with the county recorder. Some states don't. So you want to be very familiar with that. If you're going out and making these offers and you purchase a piece of land or a house or an apartment complex with the land contract, I would prefer they be recorded. All right, next is how to make land contract offers. So for instance, let's just say that you have a seller and they have a mobile home on land and you would like to make a land contract offer. A mobile home on land is probably one of the best things that you can make a land contract offer on, because most banks will not finance for a mobile home if the mobile home is older than, let's just say 10 or 15 years, or it's kind of run down. It might not qualify for regular bank financing, and the banks basically make you jump through hoops for mobile homes on land to be financed. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible to get them financed, but I'm just saying it makes it easier when a seller is willing to hold the financing via a land contract or a contract for deed. So you can go to the seller and say, Mr. Seller, I see that you're asking $100,000 for this 3-bedroom, 2-bath mobile home on 5 acres. I would love to give you exactly what you're asking, $100,000, but I would like to do it in payments. I would like to spread that out in monthly payments. If you don't mind, I would like to make an offer to you via land contract. And here's how that would work, Mr. Seller. I would purchase the property from you for $100,000, and I would give you $1,000 down, and I would give you $1,000 a month for the next 99 months. If you notice, I just got a 0% interest deal for $100,000. So I gave the seller what he was asking for, but I'm gonna ask the seller to take my terms, and my terms is a land contract offer. So Mr. Seller, let me break it down for you one more time. You're asking $100,000. I will give you $1,000 down. I'm gonna give you $100,000 total, and I'm gonna give you $1,000 per month for 100 months. That's less than 10 years. You will have that mobile home and acreage paid off. So in 8.25 years, because you're gonna have payments for 99 months, because you already paid $1,000 down, and they're only asking for $100,000. So you already gave them $1,000 down. Now every 30 days, you're gonna have another $1,000 due, but what that is your balance goes down $1,000 every single month. So for an 8.25 years, that home is gonna be paid off. Now it might be a little higher payments than what you'd like, but if you went to a bank, they did a 30-year mortgage on $100,000, at 6% interest, you'd probably pay back about $230,000 total for that home. In this case, you're only gonna pay $100,000. Let's use another example. I purchased a piece of land for $75,000 in Florida several years ago. I put $30,000 down, and then I had a mortgage that the seller held for me at $45,000. So the total was $45,000 plus $30,000. I had to pay $30,000 down, which I did with a USAA personal credit loan at 14% interest, and my payment was a little over $500 per month for that $30,000 down. Now the seller held a mortgage for me. He held the loan for me in the form of a land contract. And every single month, my payment was $400 a month for 9 years at 0% interest. So every single month, my balance went down by $400. So it allowed me to pay off this property in 9 years via a land contract offer. This seller was not worried about an earnest money deposit. He just wanted to close quickly. He just needed the $30,000 cash up front so he can purchase a camper so he can go and travel the country for the rest of his life, basically. So I have a ninja tip for you, but before I do, I want you to like this video, and if you want to give me even a better tip, smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, let's keep rolling. So the ninja tip is I want you, once you do this land contract offer, I want you to make sure you're recording your land contract. I want it recorded because I don't want the seller being able to go and sell this to somebody else. This has happened in other states around the country. A land seller or a house seller will sell it multiple times a land contract. I want it recorded. That way you can put basically a notice of interest on this property. How do you get this recorded? You can go to your county recorder's office. You can go to a title company. They can help you. And there's even places you can use for Simply File states. You just have to get a Simply File account. But the easiest method is by going to your county recorder's office and asking them the steps to do it. All right, so I promised you my contract for deed that I use. I want you to promise me that you're gonna run this by your real estate attorney or some type of attorney that knows real estate law in your state, because this land contract might not be eligible in your state. I want you to verify it first, and you can get my contract for deed that I use every single day by going to thelandsharks.com/CFD, as in contract for deed. Again, that's thelandsharks.com/CFD. Hey guys, my name is Brent Bowers. I've done over 400 land transactions. I was able to leave my 9-to-5 job several years ago by building a land business that supports me, my family, and others. I'm getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars every single month from land that I have sold on seller financing. I get paid multiple times a day, and I'm not saying this to brag to you. I'm just saying there's other ways to, make a living besides working 9 to 5, besides being told what to do every day. I was in the military. I had to shave every single day. I had to cut my hair twice a week. And my 8.5 years of service, I was only in my own bed almost 4 of those years out of 8.5 years. So if you notice, I was gone more than half the time. I had to change. So if you're looking for a change, you're looking for someone to help you in land investing, obviously you definitely want to subscribe to this channel. You want to keep watching these videos. I'm going to give you 2 resources. The first resource is go to the Wholesaling Inc. podcast and listen to what other students are doing, how other students are finding success in their land businesses. But if you really want to jump in right away, I want you to go to wholesalinginc.com/land, fill out the application. If we like what you have to say, we might even invite you into the tribe.